na ako. So yun ang kinatatakot ko.
Yes, a lot of side effects like agitation. The more I get depressed and bone loss.
Dati nag-work ako, ngayon hindi talaga pwede mag-work. Kailangan tutok ako sa kanya, sa pag-aalaga sa kanya.
May joke nga kami, taga-London ka na. Londito, London. So, kailangan talaga gumawa ako ng paraan. Kasi if not, paano naman yung mother namin? May 2 kids pa ako na kailangan ko rin i-support, di ba?
Lipat ng ibang gamot, dagdag, tanggal, dagdag, gano'n ang ginagawa namin.
Sa morning, yung clonazepam, ribotril. Then after that, phenobarbital. Then Depakote at night. Actually, 2 drugs at night. Then before sleep, ribotril ulit.
Welcome back to Philippines Uncut. I'm Buddy Cunanan. Tonight's topic is medical marijuana. And joining us are the folks behind the Philippine Cannabis Compassion Society, founder Kimi Del Prado, and member of Executive Committee, Romeo Ballesteros. Welcome back, Kimi, Romeo, to our third and final segment. Now, that video again, very powerful. We keep showing it because it really is a cry, you know, from mothers, from parents, from people who really are looking for a solution to their own ailments or the ailments of their children, like in this case, Romeo, no? And you know, very powerful stuff. And what I want to point out is that these people on the video actually, I mean, the conditions vary. Right? Some have cancer, some of the kids have autism. In your case, Romeo, your child has epilepsy.
Yeah.
So, what you're saying is that cannabis can treat or address a wide range of illnesses.
Yes, yes. It's actually, we stated that in the bill. It's in the bill, the list of the debilitating medical conditions that can be accommodated in the bill.
Yeah.
The beneficiaries of the bill.
What makes cannabis so effective?
Basically,
What is it about it?
This is new knowledge. Probably this is new knowledge because not a lot of people in the medical profession know that we have the endocannabinoid system in our body. So when we say endocannabinoid system, endocannabinoid and then cannabis. So it's probably related, right? You don't have to be a scientist to understand that there is a relation between the two. So what cannabis does is it kind of balances whatever's lacking in your system.
Okay.
Because we have that. Even mother's breast milk have endocannabinoids. And it is said that the endocannabinoids found in breast milk helps give the newborn babies munchies. What they say when you're stoned or when you have cannabis is that it makes you hungry. That's what happens when babies are given breast milk. So they are taught to have their natural a survival skill to suck and to get the milk.
Yes.
So that's basically it.
Now,
but it doesn't get them high.
okay. Since you brought up the word high, what are your reactions when people ask you, does or tell you, but marijuana supposedly makes people high? I mean, that word high is such a bad word, in the Philippines and elsewhere, because when you say high, it automatically is, related to, or people relate the word high to illegal drugs and
crimes.
crime and things like that, Example, when people say, yung maakyat bahay, people broke into the house because they were high on drugs, high again. So
They
what's
don't
your
even
reaction?
specify on that. Let me just say something about that. When people associate drugs to crimes, it's always nakadroga because they were on drugs and they don't specify what. And as we all know, pot, cannabis, marijuana, they're all the same, right? And in Philippine media, you say pot session and then you're gonna mention shabu.
Yeah.
So it's really misleading. Instead of correcting, like giving the proper identification so people would know, oh, because it's shabu made them do that, right? So I think the media also has a big responsibility in changing the mindset of the Filipinos because the mere mention of marijuana, you associate it with all these other drugs.
Yes,
And
unfortunately.
what I'm saying is there's the advocacy, there's the movement to have medical marijuana legalized. Do we have here a medical amphetamine, or am I saying it right? Do we have other people advocating to have specific drug passed or approved because it helps them medically? We don't, right?
Yeah.
So we can only find that in marijuana.
And you know, I also think it's unfair when you say, I mean, the way people view the word high, because when you drink alcohol and you drink
Yes.
beer, you
Right.
wine, whiskey, whatever, no? I mean, in just alcohol, it does make you high, right?
It's maybe it's under mind altering. It makes you high. It makes you drunk.
Makes you feel lightheaded. And
Lightheaded.
tipsy
Another
and-
thing, you take paracetamol. You take sleeping pills. Doesn't say there in the what do you call that, in the indication that it will give you this and that, it will make you this and that. And in some medicine it says or do not suitable for driving or
Right.
for some activities. So how come marijuana, the effects or the aftermath of taking marijuana, how come those are viewed as negative?
Yeah.
Right?
As a parent, Romeo, okay, and you're considering, if this bill passes, I mean, you're considering giving medical marijuana to your son, Sachi.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, this has caused any apprehension with you that, you know, that marijuana can make someone feel, quote unquote, high?
Yeah. Actually,
How do you feel about that?
I feel before, when I'm not educated yet in relation to the cannabis, it's like the usual stuff what Kimi has mentioned. But after I have done my own personal research, because I need to understand why is it working for seizure? Why? How come it's controlling the seizure? So we need to educate more people further. So it kind of hurts me because I know that this particular cannabis plant will be able to help not only my son but even the other children who's having a debilitating condition. Not only children, but you talk about different types of medical cases.
Okay, let's talk about cancer. I mean, that's the big bad C, you know, cancer. How effective is cannabis with cancer?
Well, the most popular case right now that people are looking into is the case of Rick Simpson. He's the Canadian, and he's Canadian, and he was given a few months to live by his doctors, and he didn't follow what his doctor said. He researched on
Which
his
probably
own.
chemotherapy, radiation,
The whole
the usual.
thing, right.
I mean, the usual, sure.
Right. So what he did was he made his personal research, which eventually led him to cannabis. And then he, upon experimenting, he found a formula to extract it and to make it into a potent oil, which will give him high doses of THC.
THC.
Yeah, THC and CBD. Those are the two most important components right now that we are looking into. People frown upon THC because they say that it gives them the high, but then we need that. CBD, it's the higher the CBD is, the more potent it is for seizures, in treating seizures. So we have Rick Simpson, as well as we have Shona Banda, and a lot more cases of people who have treated their cancers.
What does it do? I mean, what does it do to the cancer? I mean, based on your research, what does cannabis do?
What
to the
cannabis
tumor?
does is it kills the cancer cells without harming the healthy cells.
Which is what happens in chemotherapy. It's
Exactly.
like carpet bombing, no?
Exactly.
You kill the good and the bad.
So what happens in cancer is it gives an environment for the cancer cells to die, a natural death. So it's harmless. It's a natural process in the body. Like it will eliminate the cancer in your body, as well as, and to others who are going through chemotherapy, they also take cannabis oil to help them regulate their appetite, as well as to alleviate the pain.
Cannabis oil, I mean, you're talking about locally or overseas?
Anything derived from cannabis.
No, but
cannabis
I mean,
oil.
people taking cannabis oil here in the Philippines or in
No, there.
the States?
The
Overseas.
cases that I've studied overseas.
Because it's not, even that is illegal here. If you, cannabis oil is
Anything,
not,
anything.
anything derived from this plant that
Right.
is not legal, no?
We can I just mention
Sure.
something about the hemp milk that was pulled out
sure.
from
Pastor.
from healthy options. So we had a medical cannabis policy forum last 2014,
2014,
right?
Q1 2014.
So we invited people from FDA, DOH,
PDEA.
and PDEA, PMA, and what we're saying there is that we were always told that cannabis, anything hemp, is illegal in the Philippines, and there
Yes.
is no way for you to access that. And we have one volunteer, we have one advocate here who said that how come we have hemp milk in as as a nutritional benefit, as a supplement, right? So that became well, how can I say that? So that became a controversy back then.
Yes.
Because we were face to face with FDA. They were saying anything cannabis, anything hemp
Illegal.
is not allowed in the country. And
Okay.
we have here someone, as a matter of fact, we have it. There's milk, there's protein shake. You have cannabis or you have hemp health supplements, and they're available in the market. And then a week after that, the hemp milk that has given a good reputation among our kids taking the
Yeah.
because
Hemp
what we found out is that even hemp milk
Yeah.
can help them with their diet.
And,
It's
and
like a health
this is what happened.
supplement.
It was pulled from the shelves.
Pulled out,
Yes.
yeah.
What a shame. Look at that, huh? Oh my gosh.
So
Well, and
That's the
I mean,
thing.
hopefully you guys get this bill passed, and your champions in Congress, in the lower and upper house, find a way to overcome the hurdles and finally pass this bill and then into law. You know? Okay, let's talk about, before we go, let's talk about plans and programs for the next 6 months. What do you guys plan to do?
we're still gonna continue lobbying.
Mm-hmm.
We're still going to continue our hope campaigns and gather more people. Basically, what we do is we encourage or we empower patients, we empower people to give them hope. And with the hope, giving them hope is enough for now, knowing that they're not at the end of their line and that we're now a family. We call each other the Kana family.
I'm sorry, the what family?
Kana family,
Kana
the cannabis
family.
family. So, like what Romeo said a while ago, it gives a venue for patients, parents to just, at the end of the day, you don't have anyone to talk to. I feel
Like a support group.
a
for
support,
sure.
exactly, a
Support
support
group,
group. And then we have here, they can refer each other to their doctors, to their nutritionists, to their, it's like a support group basically, and even advice on diet and what medications is good for this and that. So we're gonna continue with that, and hopefully more and more people will be enlightened about the real benefits of cannabis.
And you guys should reach out, to different organizations, and the more people you talk to, the more people you speak to about this. Like me, I previously didn't know anything about medical marijuana until I met you folks, and now it's been such an enlightening, eye-opening experience talking to the two of you. Now, in your case, Romeo, before we go, what are your plans for Sachi?
Well, right now, Sachi, the good thing about Sachi is that he started his special school right now.
Good.
So we're, of course, trying to pray and hope that the seizure will not go back. So right now, it's kind of regulated. And at the same time, we're really hoping, not only really for Sachi, but for the rest of the children out there who's having the same condition as my son Sachi.
Excellent. Last words to the audience before we go. Let's start first with Romeo.
Well, first, I would like to thank you for having us giving us the opportunity to express and educate the people in relation to medical cannabis. So we would like them to have an open mind in such a way that it's understanding the medical benefits of cannabis, and at the same time, we would like them to, sign the online petition in change.org in order for them to be able to express themselves why they're supporting it. At the same time, to be able to show that there is a movement here in the Philippines trying to push for medical cannabis legalization.
Excellent. Timmy?
Okay, I'd like to promote, we actually have our signature campaign, which is not getting enough support. I don't know why. Our target actually is July next month. We launched it last year. We are aiming for 1 million or more signatures.
How many do you have now?
Less than I don't know, less than 10,000, I think.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know why. We have a lot of supporters online, but
Yes.
a simple effort of really involving yourself in the cause. So if you want to sign the petition, we have it. You go to Philippine Cannabis Compassion Society, the Facebook page, and then you'll find there the link to our petition to change.org. And as for last few words, I'd like everyone to have an open mind, and please don't hate something you don't know. So probably the first thing that you need to do when you're faced with a brand new information is don't state your opinion just on your personal opinions. Do your research and find out why more and more people are coming out advocating for medical cannabis.
excellent. Thank you very much, guys, for
Thank
coming
you
to the
so
show,
much.
and God bless you guys, and good luck with your advocacy, and of course with the House bill, which is currently in Congress.
That's great.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed our show tonight on medical marijuana. Join us again next week here on Philippines Uncut, where we talk about what matters to you guys, because you guys matter the most. I'll see you next week. No, we're still on cam, so...